Now, your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
The month of April has come to an end, but here as we head into May, we are going to hold on to a frontal system here that is keeping us under some moderate impacts between wind and some heavy rainfall. Now we will see that this rain event is going to start to turn more showery as we head into the weekend. So we're really going to be focusing in on a bulk of the precipitation here to come into our Thursday. And then we will be seeing that as we talk about turning to showery conditions, there won't be really a big drying period, maybe some pockets of some dryness, but then we'll monitor the next wave to take hold into early next week. Now what we have here as we step into our Thursday, high tide is at 3:53 in the early morning hours and 5:08 into the early afternoon or early evening hours. We will see that we are with a morning low of 43 degrees to an afternoon high of 51. So seasonable temperature wise as we're underneath the gloominess and that frontal system lifting into the panhandle. It is expected to bring us those moderate rain showers throughout the day, as well as note that it is going to bring those gusty winds. Strongest of the winds are occurring currently and into the morning hours of our Thursday there, even, or I should say early afternoon of our Thursday. And with those winds, we'll note that it's not only here for the local Juneau area, but noting that much of the panhandle, at least expecting most of our communities to bring upwards of 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts, and then seeing some of our outer coastal areas getting up to some 40 mile per hour gusts with this frontal system lifting in. As this frontal system lifting its way in, it is picking up those rainfall rates and seeing that we have some of those really high reflectivities for pretty much the entire panhandle. So we are expected a very rainy Thursday. And not only do we have those high reflectivities in place to start off the day, but it stays pretty consistent. Where those winds are coming out of the southeast is where we continue to funnel in more of that moderate rainfall. Not a lot of breakup there into Friday as that frontal system stays entrenched right there along our coastal regions, which that is going to bump up rainfall accumulation to even note some regions getting inches of accumulation, as we note some of those really high red reflectivities from the southern panhandle all the way up through Yakutat. Now some of that is higher elevational areas that can mix into still some of that cooler air and account for some of that higher elevation snowfall, but for the most part that's pretty rich moisture that we have in play, and that's going to be sending a lot of rainfall, and we're noting that we have those rising snowfall levels as well. So most of this is rain showers, and if we have heavy rainfall in those higher elevations to those valley spots, there will be some potential rises in some of those waterways. Now 15 hours there and 46 minutes of daylight for Thursdays. We'll look at temperatures around those lower 50s. We'll continue to see that the active weather pattern will be persistent. Again, it is expected to be more showery into the weekend, but we will be watching that our next wave of energy will arrive early next week with the potential to return to some of that heavier rainfall.